recognize my voice. I used to be on The Mix before they changed it to Virgin, which is why I got fired. And I did the news, the sports, the weather. The news is always the same, isn't it? In Toronto, it's always about the crime. You can't trust anybody. I go to the laundromat the other day. Me and this guy, 10 machines. He decides to use the one right beside me. So I stabbed him and took his dryer money, just to be on the safe side. Lots of creepy people living in Toronto. See a lot of you here tonight. Got to my hairdresser the other day. The guy's washing my hair. Finally, we get out of the shower. And lots of creepy people. And if it's not the creepy people, if it's not the crime, it's the raccoons. How bad are the raccoons? Anybody else need their neighbor to cover them with a shotgun when they're taking their green bin out to the curb? Right, you open your front door, there's a big fat raccoon in a tracksuit and gold chains waiting for you. How you doing, right? And if it's not the crime, it's not the raccoons, it's the price of housing. Oh my God, bought a little postage stamp house. I think I got ripped off though. They always advertise things differently in the paper than it is in real life. You notice that, right? Upper Beaches, right? In other words, Vaughan. Right? Rustic, in other words, crack house. So I'm living in a crack house in Vaughan. And then finally the traffic. The traffic is the worst, isn't it? And being a traffic reporter as well, everybody hates the messenger, right? Oh my God, the 401's got 45 lanes of traffic going across now. You gotta start signaling in Belleville to get off in Windsor. Meanwhile, there's a cab dropping somebody off in the collector lanes, right? And it's all the construction. They're working on the lakeshore. The same time they're working on the lakefront. The same time they're working on the Gardiner. 2 lanes are shut down because they've got a bike-a-thon, a marathon, a potato sack race. Another lane shut down because they're shooting a Canadian series because God knows Murdoch Mysteries never sleeps. And then there's the HOV lanes. Can they have any more writing on the sign, right? It's like 3 passengers, 2 passengers have to be wearing glasses. Passenger in the middle has to be wearing a fedora. Pisces, Virgo, rising, blood type, O negative. Right? And then it breaks into like Egyptian hieroglyphics, right? There's like a picture of an eyeball, a palm frond, a chariot. Right, you've got your Rosetta Stone out, you're trying to decipher what a jackal in sandals means. Suddenly you hit a pothole so big there's a cannabis store inside. I can't believe it's December. Didn't this year fly by? 2024. Started off a little bit spooky for me. 3 weeks after Christmas, I was visited by the ghost of Christmas past, Lisa. And anybody else? I don't know how my bills get so high. I do all my Christmas shopping at Costco. We have any Costco shoppers in the room? We have a lot of Costco. Isn't it addictive, right? You go in for toilet paper, right? You come out with a trampoline. I like the people who don't understand the Costco protocol. They shop with the entire family, the mother, the father, the kids, the grandparents, the White Walkers from Game of Thrones, the entire cast of Walking Dead. And they just stand in the middle of the aisle. Get out of the way, I just want to get my 3-year supply of Chicago mixed popcorn and get the hell out of here. How great is Chicago mixed popcorn? Because it's Costco, they sell it in a giant sleeping bag, right? Just crawl in there and binge watch Netflix all day. It's perfect. These are the same people who never had their Costco membership cards ready. They don't take it seriously, right? Don't you trust me? Okay, having a Costco membership, this is what keeps the riffraff out, all right? But is it neat or is a standard uniform for people who shop at Costco a sweatshirt with a wolf on it? You know what I'm saying? I got a couple of sweatshirts with wolves on it. I'm proud. I love the security at Costco, huh? The people with the black magic markers that check your receipts at the end. That's high security, huh? Who's this crack team of Scotland Yard detectives, huh? What is that, a case of nitroglycerin under the baby stroller? Yeah, keep it going, keep it moving. What is that, a ticking time bomb? Yeah, keep it going, keep it moving, keep it going. I hate the impulse items, huh? Those are just, you just spend way too much money. I bought a Vitamix blender. $600 later, 5 years later, I never use it. It's way too powerful, it's scary. It's like throwing a banana into a jet engine. But I'm gonna take it back. You ever return anything to Costco? This is how much money Costco is making. They don't even open the box. Here's your $500 back for your laptop. It's a sofa cushion and a brick. They don't care. They don't care, right? Because they're pumping oxygen into the store, right? Because we all do the same thing, right? We're like, oh, I'm just going in for 3 items. Right? 2 hours later, you've got 300 items stuffed into your shopping cart, right? Kiddie pool, big screen TV, 25 years worth of stamped socks and underwear, lobsters in cages hanging off. They're pumping oxygen into the store, they're pumping oxygen into the snack bar. You just gotta buy something from the Costco snack bar, right? You don't even like Costco hot dogs. Well, because they're pumping oxygen into the store, suddenly it turns into like the Coney Island hot dog eating contest. Right? You're breaking your 75th Frankfurter in half. Right? Suddenly the oxygen wears off. You remember you're the president of PETA. You go home and commit hara-kiri with the steak knife set you just purchased half an hour ago. Right? Oh my God, they're pumping oxygen into the store, they're pumping oxygen into the snack bar, they're pumping oxygen into the parking lot. I've never seen people lose it like in a Costco parking lot. And I'm not talking poor people, I'm talking people with giant SUVs, the Lululemon yoga pants, right, punching it out over a parking spot. Right? Like Costco police officers have to like drop pallets of Nutellas from helicopters, right? To disperse the crowd. Unbelievable. People lose their minds. You know what it is, though? It's the free samples. Don't you love the free samples, right? We tell our kids not to take candies from strangers. Meanwhile, some freak in a hairnet and rubber gloves hands you cat food on a Triscuit. You put it in your mouth. Meow! Delicious! I want another one! I like the people who pretend that they don't know what the sample is. What? Such a connoisseur after all, right? You're shopping at Costco, but now you've got the brandy snifter, right? It's peanut butter, lady, all right? It's craft peanut butter. It's your third one. Get lost. Love the free samples. I like the book section, right? I like the books, the prices, the selection, but not exactly the chapters atmosphere, huh? The warm lighting, the classical music, the little Starbucks in the corner, right? Somehow I don't think of chapters as you're thumbing through Eat, Pray, Love. There's a woman standing beside you trying on a bra over her ski jacket. Or the jewelry section at Costco, that's pretty swanky, huh? Excuse me, is that watch a Cartier? Or a Kirkland? Can you have the forklift bring it a bit closer, please? That would be exquisite. And who are the opticians that work at Costco, huh? Why are they qualified? Because they're wearing white lab coats? Guess what? So are the sample people. It's the same person. Put a salad spoon over your eye. Can you see that? I love Valuable-Age. There's Valuable-Age, and then there's that little French boutique, Gian Tigre. Anybody else shop? Gian Tigre's got a funny smell, and I really don't care. Freezer burn, I don't care. I don't care. But the ultimate, the Mecca has to be the dollar store. Don't you love the dollar store? You ever buy $700 worth of shit at the dollar store? But then you don't want to spend 5 cents on the bag. It's not in the budget. And some things really should cost more than $1, don't you think? It's a little bit suspicious. Like maybe the dollar store might be skirting some safety issues. Last week I bought 1,000 vitamins for $1. Granted, I don't know if vitamin G is good for me or not. I'm losing sight of my right eye, but other than that, I'm fine. So I know we got a lot of folks from the beaches. How many beaches folks are here this evening? Lovely, lovely. And do you have the mandatory dog? Everybody has to have, you have to have a dog, a baby stroller, and the Starbucks cup, right? Of course, of course. And you can always tell where people live in Toronto, judging by the dog they have, right? Because in the beaches you can tell we're alcoholics, right? Just judging by the names of the dogs. Merlot, Cleese, Remy, Molson, Jameson. Right? Woodbridge, you can always tell the names of the dogs, right? It's like Stella, Gia, Mia, Rocky. Scarborough, you can always tell the names of the dogs, right? Bullet, Blade, you know it. I tease, I love. But I love Toronto, I do. It's very multicultural. I love that multicultural restaurant, the Mandarin. Anybody else? So multicultural. Where else can you get chicken balls, sushi, candy floss, all on one plate, right? And there's no judgment, right? Because I'm multicultural. I'm half Dutch, 1/4 Asian, 1/8 black, and 1/8 vodka. It's a perfect combination. I'm almost a black Russian. I'm sorry, Barack Obama was so cool, so laid back, self-deprecating, so cool, so smart, so laid back. I think he's Canadian. I secretly think that. Absolutely. If he was here, he'd be Prime Minister forever, don't you think? Right? I think he's secretly Canadian. Remember when he tried to socialize healthcare? They'd always bring up Canada, you know, like we're some sort of banana republic. I know we're not perfect. Like I had to get a mammogram a couple of months ago, and everything worked out. But ladies, don't you hate getting a mammogram? Don't you feel vulnerable, right? They have to get a picture of your breast, and they use a sketch artist. And but it's free. Who cares? There's no shame. Basically, it's a spice script that they jam you into, right? Crank down until they flatten into like a McCain's thin crust pizza. And on top of that, I got the nurse from One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, jamming my breast into this machine like she's stuffing a piece of luggage into an overhead compartment in Air Canada, right? And then they go, don't move! Don't move! Like you're gonna get up with the machine attached to you, drag down the hallway for 15 minutes. So this is good. I like wine. How many wine drinkers do we have? I like folks who make their own wine, huh? Because wine is so hard to come by, isn't it? And the bottles are the dead giveaway, aren't they? They come over with like a shampoo bottle. Seeds, stems, twigs, bird's nests. You know, they brag about the price, 20 cents a bottle. Can you believe it? 20 cents a bottle. I'm like, yeah. They're like decalcifying the shower head with it when they leave, clogging the sink. And then to add insult to injury, they drink my good stuff from Loblaws. You know what I'm talking about, folks? Don't you love when the person from Loblaws comes over, like, can I help you? Like, what are you supposed to say? Oh, are you the Loblaws? Oh, yeah. So I'm looking for a 67, 68 Merlot with an intricate spicy flavor, yet hint of $7. What's that?